What should pregnant women eat? Are you pregnant and don't know what to eat? If you want to avoid eating the first thing you find in the fridge, we're going to walk you through how to organize a healthy and nutritious meal. Coming home late, having to cook dinner, and sit down to a good meal may not be what pregnant women want most, much less if they are in the last months of their pregnancy. However, it is also not good for them to go without food or to take the first thing they see in the fridge. On the contrary, it is positive that they maintain a small routine at the level of the last meal because they ensure good nutrition and also ensure it for the future baby. But how should a suitable dinner for pregnancy be? We will now give you several tips. The importance of diet during pregnancy. One of the first things that preoccupy expectant mothers is related to the amount of food and the increase in their energy needs, especially during the second and third trimester of pregnancy. While it is not necessary to eat for two, it is also not recommended to go on a diet. Usually, this increased calorie demand is met by the increased appetite that women experience at this stage. So there is no need to force yourself to overeat. However, it must be considered that the needs related to certain nutrients increase, such as vitamins, minerals, or proteins. Thus, a good strategy is to divide the intake into several portions per day to avoid large meals and ensure a good intake of nutrients. This is why it is important to know what to eat for pregnant women because it is a meal that is usually forgotten or tends to be overlooked. What should pregnant women eat? There are many healthy foods that pregnant women can eat. However, in general, it should be borne in mind that this last meal should contain all the nutrients required for a good diet. This means that under normal conditions and if there is no pathology that advises against it, priority should be given to eating fruits, vegetables, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. This way, they all spread throughout the day and it is easier to successfully meet everyone's nutritional needs. A good way to get them started is to focus on the Harvard Plate Method scheme. The latter recommends distributing the ingestions as follows. Half of the dinner foods should be vegetables. A quarter should be devoted to protein. They can be of animal or plant origin. A final serving should cover the carbs. We must also accompany the meal with a source of healthy fat and a fruit or dairy product for dessert. What foods can pregnant women eat? As we have commented, during this meal all groups of nutrients should be present. It is equally important to choose healthy and adequate foods for that last meal of the day. Fruits and vegetables. In principle, they are all allowed during pregnancy. There are a lot of possibilities to introduce vegetables, although boiled or mashed vegetables are most suitable at dinner time. As for fruits, it is recommended to eat them very ripe and to avoid citrus fruits if you have gastric reflux problems. Carbohydrates. Whole grains should be given priority, be it rice, pasta, bread, couscous, etc. It contains all the nutrients from the grains that have disappeared in refined products. In addition, do not forget the fiber intake, which is one of the first approaches to treat intestinal transit problems. Protein. The best sources of protein for the night are white fish, blue fish, white meat, or eggs. They can be prepared à la plancha or grilled in the oven and then add a little olive oil so that they are not heavy to digest. If, on the contrary, you prefer to opt for a vegetable protein, tofu or tempeh are recommended. It must be remembered that these are proteins with all the essential amino acids and that they are a correct alternative to proteins of animal origin. Quality greases. In this group, the best choice is extra virgin olive oil for seasoning and cooking the dishes. You can also add dried fruits, avocado, or olives. It is only necessary to moderate the quantities because these foods can lengthen the digestion time. What other characteristics should dinner for pregnant women respect? During the months of pregnancy, bothersome symptoms may appear. Most are not serious, but can last for several weeks. Fortunately, with good eating habits, nausea, constipation, heartburn, and reflux can be improved. So, applying a series of dietary advice at dinner time is a good thing. Here are the most relevant. Avoid large meals and divide the daily intake into several intakes per day. Eat as early as possible and let go about 3 hours before going to bed. This improves reflux and acidity. Eliminate sauces, strong cheeses, pastries, and desserts made from dairy products. All of these foods require longer digestion, which can make previous symptoms worse. Do not add hot products, citrus, chocolate, or carbonated drinks as they promote the onset of heartburn and reflux of the stomach. Opt for whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables. They provide dietary fiber that helps relieve constipation. Pregnant women can eat a variety of healthy meals. By practicing all these dietary standards, it is possible to ensure proper intake of all the nutrients required, whether for the development of the fetus or for the health of the mother. But that does not prevent consulting a professional in nutrition. The nutritionist can suggest other adjustments or types of food, depending on the characteristics of each pregnant woman, age, current state of health, stage of pregnancy,